My beautiful, 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 beautiful ladies, and my very, very handsome, 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 handsome men. Okay, there's some things that can bring out the character of an individual. Adversities, we already know that. Adversities will bring out who you truly are inside. When you're going through adversities, how you deal with them, how you treat others, how you speak to God, how you think about others, actually tells who you are. It tells what's inside of you. And you want to know somebody's character, just put them through some difficulties. Or you want to know somebody's character, just give them millions of dollars. Give them clout, give them fame, give them fortune, give them power, and give them access to sex. It will tell you exactly and completely who that individual is. And one of the things that I find in life also is that many of us, we choose, that's what I'm going to say, we choose not to ask God to help us or help our characters to be in line with His word. So that when we're given the riches, when we're given the fame, when we're given the fortune, or when the access to sex is presented before us, we act in a very seemingly manner, in a manner that pleases God. So that when adversities come, nobody can get up and say, but me didn't know that she was wicked and evil, See there? Look what she do, just because this happened to her. So she evil and wicked, or you said me know say him did evil and wicked, and just because that happened to him, him decided to take revenge. The only way for our characters, or for each and every one of our characters to be better and to be transformed, we have to delve into the Word of God. We have to read the Bible. We have to read the Bible, people. I'm so embarrassed to say this to you that, I've been, in my different videos, I've been saying I'm on this journey of reading the entire Bible. I'm now in the book of Galatians, midway in Galatians, because Galatians don't have many chapters, maybe about 7 chapters. I think I've just completed chapter 3. And when I read from Genesis to where I'm at right now, I said, God, oh my God, all of these things are in the Bible? Like, just reading the Bible is, you really, if you don't even read any other book in this life, you won't really lose out. I wouldn't encourage that, but I want you to get the point that I'm making. A lot of the books that you read, a lot of the motivational books, a lot of the books about stewardship of money and money management, people management, getting along with people, they're in the Bible. I kid you not, it's a blueprint for life. It is a blueprint for life, and it teaches you how to walk on the straight and narrow. A lot of the things that we would have avoided, a lot of the unnecessary trials, unnecessary tribulations. I'm not talking about the ones that the enemy will petition to throw before us, and God says, all right. Because he will come with something and it may make sense, because he's not an idiot, he's not stupid. He wants it for his glory, the devil wants it for his glory. But God sees where it is will go for his own glory. So he'll allow it, like with the Job situation. You have to test Job. And when how Job is preached to us, or was, I'm not sure what it is with some preachers, but how I grew up here in Job, you'd think that Job was perfect. I said, my God, for a man to lose his children, lose his wealth and health, and never even acted badly one, Job basically did a curse off God. He was disrespectful at some points. When I read it, I had to even say, my God, Mr. God, me know sometimes I kind of feel like me get angry with you, but me fearful to even talk to God. So the way Mr. Job did talk to him, he was so angry. He was filled with pride. That's my thing with Job. Pride was in Job. He was a good man, but he did have pride. He did have it. He had it. So when God needed to show him. God needed to show him. So I allowed it. Say, I allowed him just as Satan, don't kill him. All right, what you need to do, but not kill him. Say, all right. But what Job did, one of the marvelous things that I loved with Job is that even though he went through he had to get over himself, let us put it that way, and get over his disrespect and his pride and on folly and he thought he knew God. And when he came to his senses, he said, you know what, God? Basically, I'm paraphrasing it in my own words. I really thought I knew you, but I didn't know you. I really am ashamed, God. Look at all of what I've said. You were working really for my good. Yes, I went through hell and back, but you really were working for my good, and I just didn't see it because I felt that it was an unfair situation that happened to me. I was doing good, basically living a good life, had my friends, my family and everything, and just taken away from me, and I did no wrong. But God, for him to take us to higher levels, we have to go through things that try our character and prove our character and show us what is inside of ourselves. That's why it is important. It sounds away when I say this. It is important for us to go through trials and tribulations. It will teach you how to be compassionate. It will teach you how to be loving. It will teach you how to be forgiving. Because when all the opposites are happening to you and you feel how painful they feel, you said, oh my God, when I emit and I display unforgiveness, this is how it hurts. So I'm not going to do it to somebody else. When I'm mean and I'm stingy, this is how it feels when somebody's mean and stingy when I need their help. Oh my God, so I'm not going to be mean and stingy. When I see people show their jealousy and envy towards me, oh my God, I'm not going to be envious and jealous of others. When I see people display bitterness towards me and how painful it is, I'm not going to display bitterness to others. When I try to cause others, sow seeds of discord and cause others to hate people, I see people doing it to me and I see how painful it is to watch people reject me and ostracize me, mock me and laugh at me and scorn me. So I'm not going to do it to others. That is why it's important. Yes, it is vital. It's necessary like oxygen to go through trials and tribulations. That's the only way we will grow and do better and treat each other the way we ought to treat each other. Challenges will bring out who we are inside. It will show us. It will definitely show us. Giving us access to sex, giving us access to money, or giving us money, wealth, and fame and fortune surely will bring out who we are. But adversities, oh my goodness, trials and tribulations, they bring out us. They show us. They show us if we are, if we really have faith in God and believe Him. When He says all things work together for good for those who love Him, who are called. Adversities are important. Challenges are important. It brings us out who we are. We have to see ourselves. We need to see ourselves. That's the only way we will change and be transformed for the better. And we have to be intentional about it. Remember, you're not going to just get the feeling of wanting to change like that. Sometimes you won't feel the change. Sometimes you want to hold on to just being terrible. When people hurt me that I have not done wrong, sometimes I say, God, I just want to take off the Christianity and just do them bad. Sometimes I just want to fling it off and go on bad. But at the end of the day, when we do that now, and then we put back on the Christianity, and the conscience start ride me, and the guilt start play upon me, I say, oh God, and I can't take back what I said. And when the older you get, I find that when you get older, you start to do a lot of reflections. You start to do a lot of reminiscing and thinking of things of the past, because you're now getting older. So you're collecting all the information, and then they now come to the fore. It's like when you pollute the sea, and you might not say anything, the bags, the bottles, nothing is happening until one day the tides come in and the waves come in and then they push, and they said, oh my God, Jesus of mercy, what is this? All of this debris, all of this pollution, what? But we never know we're slowly planting the seeds. It's the very same thing with the mind. So and I said to myself, oh God, we can't do that then. All right. Lord, it feels unfair, but let me do the right thing. Because in the long run, I will reap the reward of my labor. Adversities are important. Challenges are important. It brings out who we are. We have to see us for us to be better. We really have to see us. I think we're not seeing us. This COVID-19 pandemic was necessary. Yes, it has done. Sadly, many lives have been lost. Many persons have suffered gravely. gravely and greatly from it. But guess what happened? Some persons were able to now refocus and look at themselves when everything was taken away, like it was taken away from Job. Their jobs, their health, sometimes their family. And they get to now look at themselves. They're now naked before themselves. We have to get naked before ourselves to see ourselves. Adversities will bring that out. Access to power will bring that out. Access to sex will bring that out. Access to money will bring that out. But guess what? I don't want persons to get access to those things for you to see yourself, to mismanage all of that. I'm not wishing adversities upon you, but I wish the best for you. But the unfortunate thing is that, I don't know if it's fortunate or unfortunate, let me not say that, but the thing is that adversities is a way to bring us out, to show us. Because when life is good and great, we're going to be nice. You're rich, nothing is happening to you health-wise, your family good, you're good, you just go feel good. There's nothing, And if you see a hungry man, you might feel a little, come back and give him a little thing, but it might not, or it may not even move you until you know what hunger feels like. Then when you come out of that, you'll never watch anybody in your space and you're able to help. Oh my God, you're going to help them out of it. That's the only way to learn. That's the only way to develop understanding and compassion for others. You have to be in their shoe. Paul was able to understand others because he said he knew what it was to have a lot and to not. He said he was battered and beaten and treated poorly and all of that. So he understood what he was doing when he persecuted the Christians. After he became a Christian and all the negative things started to happen to him, he understood. He must have said, oh my God, what the heck did I do to the people? What did I do to them? What did I do to them? But adversities was the only way for him to understand. When I come to you and I say, I don't have any money, I'm broken, and you may not believe me, you may think that all is well, until you reach into the position of not having money and maybe for a while, for a season, and things are tight, and you said, oh my God, I didn't even believe Toni-Ann when she said she don't have any money or she was asking me for help. But the only way you'll understand is when you're in that position, or somebody that's very close to you, see them in a position suffering daily, day in, day out. It's as though you are suffering, like a child. Usually it's if you're your child, that's when you'll feel it, if you have a good relationship with a child. Adversities, they're important. You have to go through them. You have to face these challenges to show you so that you can be better, so that you, with God's help and your intentionality, you become the human that you are crafted to become. So that you become the human that you are crafted to become. But you have to go through the adversities. You have to go through the challenges. And sometimes sometimes when things happen, you might say, but God, I never did this. How is it that I'm reaping this? Not necessarily. Look at Job. Job may not have done some of the things that would warrant him losing money and losing his children and all of that. But God wanted to teach him compassion even more, and love and honor and respect. He wanted to get rid of pride, because pride was in Job. Pride was in Job. Pride was in Job. And it's so funny. The Bible said after Job prayed for his friends, because remember, his friend says, no man, Job, you didn't do something bad. This can't do something to you, so you must do something bad. And them go on and make him feel even worse than how he was. That's how some people are, though. You in a hell, and them add to it. You must do this, you must do that. Because bad things can happen to you. No, I'm not saying that if you whatever seed you sow, you shall reap, Whatever seed you sow, you shall reap. Don't get me wrong on that. However, not all the time you see some people going through hell means that they have done something bad. Yes, we're all born in sin and shaped in iniquity, and we've done wrongs. I don't mean like that. I'm talking about practicing doing evil, practicing doing bad daily, and it's it's like you have it for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and supper. I'm not talking like that. So sometimes people go through adversities because God wants to teach you now what not to do and what to do. And the kind of heart you need to have, the kind of compassion that you need to have. And if you pray to God and say, God, help me to bear the fruit of the Spirit, the Holy Spirit, and the Beatitudes on the mountain, sure as night follows day, He's going to answer that prayer. One thing I know, we normally say that God takes long to answer prayer. You see them the prayer there about changing, making your character line up with His word, and your personality and attitudes and behaviors line up with His word. Lord God, the answer that come like faster than how you say it. But it's just that sometimes you don't see that He's answering it because it may not come in the way that you think it would come. So before He gives us the bliss and all the wonderful niceties, He have to get rid of the gunk that is built up inside of us. The gunk, it needs to come out. The gunk has to be gotten rid of. Adversities will get rid of them, trust me. And when the adversities, they now move. They just stand there till we learn it, until it is a part of us, like our skin color is a part of us. That's when the bliss and the niceties will come. And still we have to still be on a balance, so that we don't get ahead of ourselves and think, oh, it's me, it's all it's about. God, not about you. So when the adversities comes, that is why Les Brown says, don't say that you're having a bad day. Say that you're having a character building day. Yes, you're having a character building day. You ask God to be a better individual. He's answering you, So all of the things that come. Yes, the enemy are running, because he want doing things. He say, yes, God, I bet you say she going to curse you. I bet you say him going to curse you. I bet you say him going to turn from you. All right, God, allow me. I bet you say if I take away this or do this or make this person do this to him or her, I bet you say them going to turn from me. I say, I can't bother this Christian walk. Guaranteed. That's what he's there, And God say, all right, go ahead. Go ahead. So you know how to give the devil a black eye and say, no, I don't want to make you feel good anymore, Satan. It's hard. We have to do hard things. Stop waiting on the feeling of doing good. The feeling of doing good may not come sometimes or for a while. Do it hard. It may feel uncomfortable. It may feel fake. It may feel false. Do it. It's hard, but do it anyway. Say, God, I don't feel like having faith, but I haven't. I'm going to exercise faith in you. I'm going to speak it out. You said there's nothing impossible for you to do. So I believe in your word that one day my situation is going to change. I don't know which date it's going to be, but one date is going to change for the better. And in the interim, I'm going to still do good. I'm going to praise you. I'm going to lift you up. I'm going to serve you in spirit and in truth. And I'm going to do good to others. I'm not going to put no idols in the way. I'm not going to worship any other God but you. I'm not going to love anybody or anything above you. It is all about you, Jesus. So I know the adversities are here to make me better. It's hard to bear. I don't understand it. I may not understand, this particular thing or why they are here now. But you know what, God? I'm going to trust you. I feel like you have abandoned me, but I know you have not abandoned me. You are here with me. Don't please the enemy anymore. He likes when you say everything that is against the word of God. It is faith that pleases 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 God. Adversities are important. You have to go through them. It's a must. That's the only way you'll be better. That is the only way you'll be better. You have to go through these adversities. May I go through mine, so may I have a wallet, may I hold straight, so may I can walk together hand in hand in unity. We're not going to envy each other. We're not going to slander each other. We're not going to spread rumors about each other. We're not going to have bad thoughts about each other. When the thoughts come, say, God, rebuke them. Rebuke them. I feel the feelings of envy, jealousy, hatred, unforgiveness, malice. The things that the devil feels good about, because he's just rejoicing, when you display them. He feels good. I don't like when he feels good by any action of mine. I don't want him to feel good by any action of mine. Make him be angry at every action and behavior and thoughts of mine. So we're going to think on things that are lovely. We're going to think on things that are just. Think on things that are honest. Think on things that are of a good report. Even when he comes, he's going to come at you. He's going to come at you because he's mad at you. Let him be mad at you. That's the best place to be. Because more obviously and definitely you're pleasing God. That's what I want to do. I want my whole life, my entire being to please God. It doesn't mean that I might not make mistakes. And if I make mistakes, just have a little pity for me, have a little mercy for me. And understand, I'm a human being too, Same feelings we flow through Tom, body and Jill body are same flow through my head. Same feelings will flow through the non-Christian body and the same will flow through for me. Same feelings. Me just have to just try and say no, don't do that, or yes, do this, or balance it out. Sometimes I might slip. I say, God, why? Help me to do better next time, please. I must be deliberate about doing wrongs. I must not be deliberate and daily and consistent. No, that's not right. I can't say I love God and I do against him, like, and have no kind of a remorse. No. So adversities are important. Challenges are important. You have to go through them. I want you to go through them. I'm not wishing bad for you. I'm wishing transformation for the better for you. And God will give you strength through the challenges, and he will give you strength through the adversities. But they are a must. You have to go through them. That's the only way you'll be better. The only way. And coupled with the other things that God, because he's God, he's infinite. So he will know his other things. But I'm only speaking from my own finite perspective. All right? So my beautiful people, have a wonderful day. Remember, don't say that you're having a bad day. Say that you're having a character building day. And the challenges are going to make you better. Guaranteed. Love you all. Have a good day.